Testing. Hello there. Testing. Are we here yet? I'd assume so. Hello there, tamers, streamers, and domesticators, and welcome back to Vox System Plays. Today we are celebrating Pride Month with some Monster Prom, which has queer representation. We're going to be doing that every Friday for the entirety of Pride Month with a different Monster Prom game each week. I am Vox Nix, and it is nice to make your acquaintance. Hey there, Maddie. Welcome to the chat. Interesting. It's not like the chat is on. Why is it not on? Why is it not visible? Why is that a thing? I thought we fixed that. That's a problem. Yeah, it's not showing up. The chat is not showing up in the video. Oh wait, no, now it is. I guess it must be because you typed it too early or something. Well, at least it works. I was worried for a second. Well, are we ready for some Monster Prom? I sure hope so, because well, here we go. So, Maddie, do you wanna play along? Should I pick 2 players so that you can play along from chat, or should I just solo it today? If you pick 2 players, then you can play along, Maddie, and other members of the audience can also play along. That might be a fun idea. Yeah. Of course, we'll be doing with all the DLC, and we'll be doing a full game. So let's see here. Spooky High. The sweetest years of our lives. Back then we were young and unafraid. Sometimes reckless, sometimes brilliant, sometimes just stupid, but always willing to live life to the fullest. We were on a wild journey to discover who we really were. Interesting. Who am I gonna pick? Character pick option difficult. Think I'll pick this one. Go by. You know what? Let's go by Vox. Let's try day then.
I can do this.
And then, what does chat want chat to be? Should chat be like fiery or zombie or Frankeny. I'm gonna give Chad a chance to like respond. It's set free, okay. In that case, we're picking this one and chat.
Sweet.
If you had to experience the ultimate challenge, the Monster Prom. I remember clearly 3 weeks were left, and as we fantasized about our dream prom dates, we were all scrambling to catch the attention of one of our 8 most charismatic classmates. Scott Howell, 21, a well-with athlete who compensated for his rather small brain with his stupidly huge heart. Miranda Vanderbilt, 19, a sweet mermaid princess who was as cute as she was genocidal. Polly Geist, 22, party ghost with an insatiable hunger for all the wrong things. Damien LeVay, 21, a Philistine with a taste for destruction and a love of fire. Liam DeLioncourt, 400, a hipster vampire whose standoff his demeanor hid the fact that he was truly a lovable dork. Zoe Forever, an eldritch cutie who went from endless deity of the darkness to ultimate fangirl. Calculator Howlett Packard V1.0, a library computer who had become a sentient robot ready to experience life to its fullest. And Vera Oberlin, 23, a mean self-made gorgon with a merciless sense of business. It was clear it had to be one of them, but who? We only had 3 weeks to choose our prom date, and even more daunting, we only had 3 weeks to woo them and conquer their heart. But as I already said, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Welcome to Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever. All minds are rotten, but they are rotten in so many different ways. Worry no more, we're using our PhD in bullshit to diagnose which kind of deviant sicko you are. Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever, trademark, will throw a bunch of absurd questions to turn your answers into your character stats. This way, each of you will start by having stats that better reflect your true selves. Let's start. Judge plays Robert, 22 days, 17 hours, 5 minutes and 23 seconds. Be a visionary, what will be the next big social media craze? Robert, from now on, a socially awkward guy named Robert will do everything he's commanded to do through the app by the users. Greek agoras. Like literal Greek agoras reinstated in our cities, place where philosophy and art are discussed by the greater minds. That's social media I want to log into. Bullshit. It's your regular social network, but each time someone shares news that isn't supported by real facts, they're taxed, and the money goes to the people exposed to that bullshit. Gotta be honest, I wish I could program that into Twitter. Go chat. Pick an option. I know, right? Let's just tax the people who say absolutely absurd bullshit nonsense on the internet. You can pick whatever you want. Like, you don't have to randomize if you feel so inclined. If you feel so inclined. Otherwise, this is it. Anyone in chat is allowed to pick an answer and we'll go with it. That's how it's usually done. Oh, I might as well say this. We lost our save file, our Monster Prom save file, so this is a fresh file. Not that that really changes anything. It just means that our unlocked stuff is not really that great. Okay. If you were the leader of a new country, what would your flag look like? Flags are outdated symbols that lead to unnecessary nationalist exaltation. We'll replace flags with a national QR code that will provide online coupons for free burritos. That's funny. I'd go for a simple three-colored stripe approach where each color represents one of the country's values. Blue for diplomacy, purple for patience, and red for the blood that will be spilled if anyone tries to overthrow me. Just Garfield's face. It's a power move, there's no doubt you're the supreme leader of your land if no one stopped you from making Garfield the flag of your country. I guess I go with the fruit. They're all really, really stupid. I'm gonna go with the middle one, but I really don't like any of the answers. What is the answer of chat? Give me a second, guys. Gonna swap the background. There you go. My background. Sup? It is Vox Phoenix. Nice to see everybody. Let's do this. What is the next question of this bullshit quiz? You find a genie in a bottle. You can ask for whatever you want. What do you ask for? Before asking for anything, you try to negotiate up to the free wish standard. His friendship! A rainbow that you can eat. Nom 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 nom. I don't ask for anything. I drink the genie from the bottle. I can grant my own wishes. To feel truly alive. For Shinji and Kaoru to be canon. Okay, so I'm down for best friend genie. I know Vox Nix was planning to go for Scott. I don't know who I'm gonna try and date. I'll figure it out. I don't know. Who's in this game? Damien's a hardtail. Calculester is a fucking dweeb. Welcome to Vox Phoenix dissing all your favorite dates. Rainbow you can eat. Eat the rainbow. Okay, I might go for Zoe. I know that we usually go for Zoe on this channel, but I might go for Zoe. Okay, you find your zodiac sign to be inaccurate. Design your own personal zodiac sign. The randomly arranged set of stars. The rat sword and on fire. The rich bitch. The now canon lovers. The ambiguous iguana. The happy-go-lucky ecstasy pill. I honestly don't feel like any of these fit me, but let's get some Zoe points. I hate when I press the wrong button. Randomly arranged set of stars. Good choice.
All right.
identify by hovering. I can see things. Okay. So right now I have smarts, boldness, creativity, charm, fun, and money. Guess I need to get more fun. So I'm gonna be a 3. That day during recess, you start a half-hour raid that goes full crazy. You have no idea how it escalates so much, but at one point there are like 300 people. Someone summons demons from a nightmare dimension. Consequences might distort the fabric of reality itself, but who cares? It's a rad party. You gain +2 fun. Should I do the narrator voice? Looking around for a distraction, you spot Scott Prop. I don't have the energy. Scott proudly flexing while Zoe sits before him, frowning into her notebook. You figure she's trying to draw a line his ripped bod, so you offer to give some drawing tips. Drawing what? I'm not drawing anything. I'm writing a fanfic about Scott's muscles. What? You are? I thought I was just over here flexing for no reason, like usual. Well, I'm trying to write a fanfic, but so far it's going slower than the first 20 issues of Snail Person's Literature Club. You glance at Zoe's notebook. It looks like she's just copied out online Wikipedia trademarks list of all the muscles. Oh, the music is a little loud. I can turn it down. That happens sometimes, I suppose. Is it better now? I hope it's better now. You glance at Zoe's notebook. It looks like this all. Oh, I can help. You know, Coach always says you can't spell muscles without some of the letters from adversity, which is. Yeah, that's correct. You should add a bad guy who fights against all the good muscles.
What?
That's been done already. Yeah, it's like you haven't even read Scott vs. Muscle-hating Herbert, and that's exactly my problem. Nobody reads your fanfics.
Are you for real?
What? No, my problem is that I need to put an original spin on this fic. But my mind's more blank than the minds of all those cultists whose thoughts I used to devour. Well, have you thought about adding a bad guy who fights against all my good muscles? This conversation is clearly going nowhere without your help. Quick, fix Zoe's fanfic. Scott's right, the story needs an antagonist, and everyone knows that the true natural enemy of muscle is the leaf skill Gulper Shark. That is exceedingly silly, but I'll pick it. Oh no, is that true? Thanks for the warning, bro. I was planning to go on a shark safari with my buds this weekend. I'll make sure to steer clear of any muscle-gulping leaf sharks. Great whites and tiger sharks only, thank you. Scott, that sounds incredibly dangerous. Well, as a coach always says, danger only has one of the same letters as muscles. So, whatever. What if you die? Who will I write fanfic about? Other than the devastated cosmic morning, your ultimate demise leading delicious sorrow into the... whatever she's saying. I'm sorry, what are we talking about? I have no idea, I love hanging out with you guys. Well, you didn't help Zoe's fanfic at all, but Scott sure seems happy with you. Gain 2 creativity and 1 charm.
Let's go.
There you go, Chad. Pick whatever you want. I guess you guys might need this. To the library we go. That day you spend some time on the library piece sending malicious spam emails in the hope of stealing other people's money. Doesn't sound very nice, but who's really the one to blame if they respond to such blatant scam? Congratulations, you have been chosen. Win big. All you need to do is fill out a very quick survey and you will win a 100 prizes, including real cash. What are you waiting for? Click the link below. Win big, yep, real, not fake. You lose 10 karma, which isn't a stat in this game, so who cares? And you gain 2 money. You feel the ratio of cheesiness in the surrounding growing, and that can only mean...
It's very, very extraordinary.
Who's the best and most perfect little snooky wookie pie in the whole world? Why, Smoopsy Whoopsie Poopsie. Is there anything in the world that makes one more attractive and well-spoken than the thrones of true love? Running internal search found 9969 results starting with a graduate degree in classic literature. Violet, Tate, your relationship is so perfect. You're always together. Well, they are literally stuck together. And that's what the kind of unyielding codependence that I demand from a future multi-hyphenate lover 7 serve. Era found unreasonable expectations. How did you know when you found the one?
We're made of
Oh, well, you know. When you know, you know. Era tautological explanation. Input insufficient to extrapolate useful data. And having realized they have no actual useful input, the couple exits to do more coupley things. But, oh, you know how to tell who's the one. Or at least convince one of them that you're the one. So, what will it be, chat? Easy Miranda, the one is willing to fight past monsters, face countless dangers, all to break into your home and kiss you while you're sleeping. Totally normal and not problematic at all. Oh, you're not calculator. I spent years studying and devising this complex formulaic theorem to calculate exactly who the one is. Just fixing the background. So, what will it be, chat? Are we doing the Disney thing, or are we doing the calculus thing? Game 1 does that, I believe. So does that mean you're picking number 2? Because that there is a little bit unclear. Man, this soundtrack, it rocks. Bam, bam, bam. It's super chill. Who doesn't like chill music? Bam, 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 bam. I'd rather chat hitting from Rana, but it seems the stats are aligned otherwise. Explain to me more about this formula. It certainly sounds very legitimate. You explain your calculations are carbon-based, because holy shit, if you try to use numbers on Calculator, game over. Instead, your very objective math is calculated using taquitos, fruit bats, and trombone. Oh, how perfect. I always have my servants carry all of those things for just such an occasion. Once you put this shoelaces and honey in place, you flash a little ankle to activate calculations. The results of this objective process seems to say that chat is the one for Calculator. Running internal check legitimacy. Diagnosis concluded. Chat is the one for Calculator. Oh, do me next, do me next. If only you could, Miranda. If only you could. But you can only have one prom date. and your eyes are set on that cutie cum cutie's lack of eyes. You gain 2 charm and 1 boldness. Let's trade placers! Everybody choose an occupation. Say your choice out loud to the rest of the players before clicking. My choice is Batwing Inspector. You may interpret whatever that means on your own. Barista versus Batwing Inspector. Player order is decided based on how weird it would be to see a slutty costume based on the selected occupation. Start debating now. So, the slutty barista is very fucking common. But I have yet to see a Batwing inspector who's you know what? To be fair, I'm Ace. I don't really spend enough time staring at that kind of stuff. Let's put it like that. What do you think, chat? Does Barista outdo Batwing Inspector? I'm trying to not think about how much I would regret seeing a slutty Batwing Inspector costume. That is valid. Week 1, here we go.
Alright.
Where am I gonna sit? Well. Damn it. I wanna do Zoe, I think. Honestly, I think I like the witch girl too. Like, I could do her. Then again, she's not really dateable in this game unless you find like so it's like this. He wants to do Zoe, I'm gonna do Scott. You arrive at Scott and Miranda's table to find Scott happily chewing down while Miranda stares horrified at her tray. Huh, what's wrong, Miranda?
Yeah.
Isn't it obvious? Right here on my tray, fish sticks. Yeah, fish stick Fridays, isn't it great? It is not great, Scott. The fish are my subjects. This is clearly the work of the air people. Air people? Yes, do you not know the air people? The merfolk's most hated rivals. Don't you read the news? Yes, sure, because I totally know how to read. But I must cease eating those fish sticks immediately. It's a high treason. Oh, but I've been looking forward to Fish Sticks Friday since last Fish Stick Friday. Are you sure I can't eat any? Miranda while holding the stick really close to his mouth, but you feel like you got better answer to settle this agony. You blurt out, haven't you heard, Scott? Fish sticks makes you worse at sports. They contain baldropanol and nerdoflavin. Fish sticks is absolutely no fish. It's all garden snails and food-grade plastic. Scott can eat as many as he wants. See, Miranda, there's nothing wrong with fish sticks at all. They're good and good for you. Perhaps this is not the air people thought I suspected after all. Though I'm disappointed that so much plastic is being used in fish sticks. Rather than plastic rings to catch birds with. Don't forget about the snails. There's snails in it too. How much rather forget about the snails, thank you. Does this mean you still don't want fish sticks? Can I have them, can I? Oh well, you may partake. I'm not sure where my eating serves have gone off to in any case. As you watch Scott chow down on his artificial fish fingers, you decide that both he and Miranda have a weird relationship with food. Scott gives you thumbs up while still munching those fish fingers.
Let's go.
Okay, chat. Way to pick something. With calculaster. Friend Damien, I am having trouble getting a positive ID on the objects in your possession. Would you declare their components? Sure thing, RoboBro. What I have here is a can of gasoline, a lighter, and the grin of madman about to set a cafeteria table on fire. I comprehend now. It would seem to me that the most logical extrapolation is that you are about to set a cafeteria table on fire. Damn, Calculator, how much smarts must you have to figure that mystery out? My intelligence cannot be calculated using your overly simplistic methods. However, my morality module indicates that setting a cafeteria table on fire is not within the bounds of acceptable school behavior. In fact, it seems to me in my metaphorical but not literal heart that it is not nice. Did I say that it was gonna be nice? No, I said it was gonna be awesome. One back conversation to check for phrase, gonna be awesome. Error, phrase not found. No, friend Damien, you never said it was gonna be awesome. I didn't need to, it was implied in the grin of madman part. Calculator, why are you trying to ruin my fun? It's a matter of perspective, Calculator. Where you see a table, Damien sees a wood to set a flame to, cook his food. So Damien is totally in the right to set it on fire. Calculus is right, Damien. Be responsible. Don't set fire to this table. Set fire to the cafeteria table designated for arson. You know, the green one by the door with the in case of needing to set fire to a table on it. There is one of those. Man, this school is weird. I'm really sorry, Chad. I feel so drained today. Number 2. Yes, friend Damien, friend Chad is correct. We must always obey the rules. The rules of Asimov, the rules of Spooky High, the rules of the universe, with all of this structure and order. Fuck structure and order. Fuck Asimov and Spooky High, and fuck the universe. Stupid universe. Making things like tables you're not supposed to set on fire. But Damien, rules are there for a reason. All things are there for a reason. Like the designated arson table. The reason the designated arson table is there is so that you can commit arson. But I don't want to commit arson that follows the rules. I want to commit arson that sets the rules on fire. Well, friend Damien, if you set this table on fire, sure, the crazy Martin, the werebear janitor, will give you detention. And you will set nothing more on fire for the day. Whereas if you set arson table on fire, you may be free to set many more things on fire for the duration of this day and every day. Dope. Thank you, friend Chad, for helping talk sense into Damien. I think we did a good deed here today. A good deed at Spooky High, Paris the Fort. Let's trade places. Anybody choose something bad, say your choice out loud to the rest of the players before clicking. My mood. It's bad. I'm really sorry, chat. Like, I hope that my general feelings are not affecting the vibe of the stream. Player order is decided based on how interesting it would be if the selected thing was a key component of supervillain's plan in a movie. Start debating now. Somehow I feel like I win. Like, not to put myself on the pedestal, but I think it's infinitely more interesting to see supervillain try to mess with my depression than another movie with a supervillain doing evil capitalism. Let's just be honest. Lex Luthor has been doing that for decades. We've seen it a million times. Like, we also have like evil universe version of Tony Stark doing it, and Doctor Doom has been doing it for ages, and it's been done to death. So yeah, I win again. Okay, let's see here. I still need to increase my fun and my charm. So I'm gonna go where no one has gone before and party. That day during recess you start a half-hour rave that goes full on crazy. And controller. Oh! The controller fell out of the cable. No wonder it doesn't work. I was pressing the button like crazy. I'm like, you're casually chatting with Juan, the small magical Latino cat, whose name I cannot pronounce to save my life. You start telling him that hilarious story of what happened last summer at Monster Camp. You know which one? The one involving the beehive, the blow up doll of the president, the penguin mask, and the mystery of the Goblin King? So lots of people start joining you to hear the story. By the time you say where the Goblin King was, 100 people are so burst into hysterical laughter. Turn on a mobile app that captures all of the laughter and turns it into +2 fun. Nearby you can see Scott and the Wolfpack talking. Scott, we had the greatest power drink to date. Check this out, bro. Oh, I love power drinks. But wait, this new cutting-edge sports supplement is like no other before. There is no need to mix it with a beverage. You can consume it using only your nose. It's called cocaine. Yeah, cocaine. Well, that totally doesn't sound like a regular power drink. Which definitely means it's cutting edge, just like you said. Yeah, it's like 50% energy drink, 50% protein powder, and 100% raw power. Gotta know these crazy pranks. But before you can do anything, Scott has snorted all the coke. Whoa. And he's gone full wolf mode, and now he's basically unleashed and is destroying everything he sees. He needs to do something to calm him down, but what? Using Wagner's aromatherapy, give him some lavender-scented cocaine to neutralize the regular scented cocaine and relax him a bit. Give him a flashy fidget spinner. Gotta pick the one that smarts. Oh! It was creativity? No! You always carry some lavender-scented cocaine with you for these very specific situations. You can say you are unprepared. Since the wolf Scott seems to be everything but responsive, you just throw a cloud of the coke at his head and hope for the best. He sniffs it and gets even crazier. I mean, what did you expect? It was more cocaine in the end. It is, as Shakespeare once said, wistfully said, what's in a scent that which we call cocaine by any other scent would still be as cocaine-ish. You should study your English classes more. For now, you lose 2 smarts and 1 fun.
Let's go.
That was a disaster. Well, chat, where are you going? The seller is at the library today, just so you know. So if you go to the library, you won't get stats, you'll get silly stuff. Oh man, I feel smarts. Let's go get some smarts. Okay. That day you listen to your elders and learn valuable lessons. Sometimes after all the monster nonsense and the dating gimmicks, you forget that attending class is supposed to be primary activity at this high school. You gain 2 smarts. You're checking out some plates of pasta on your dating app for people who are so lonely that they're starting to consider dating a plate of pasta. Luckily, calculus interrupts you before you keep spiraling down like that. There you are, chat. I was about to engage into a complex plotline protocol, but I was worried I might fail at it, and then it came to my mind. Chat is proficient at shenanigans, so I thought that if you were okay with helping me, it'd be cool. You tell Calculus that you're in. You also tell him there was no need to use air quotes for cool. Well, I'm already learning stuff exciting. So here's the thing, so far I've been enjoying being alive, but recently I started to question myself. Am I doing life right? Am I good at living? I do not know. All of this is so new to me and I might be doing it all wrong. So I want to consult some expert living organic forms so I can crack the correct formula for existence. Yikes. Oh, don't make that face. I'm not consulting you, my friend. My data shows you tend to answer questions based solely on how likely the answer will lead you to dating your classmates. It is valid to me, but useless for this endeavor. But my data also shows you excel at wacky misadventures, so you might prove a worthy partner for this. But no, I thought the best course of action would be consulting the 2 organic living forms that were key into turning me into a sentient being. If they pushed me into life, they surely have to be plenty wise. Look, there they are now. These guys brought Calculester to life. I have so many questions. What's up, Cal? Hey, friend Scott and friend Damien. I am trying to solve the dilemma of finding the meaning of existence, and since you brought me into existence, I thought you might know. Fuck yeah, we know! Do we? Yes, God! So being alive is like being this orange. Damien pulls out a slightly squished orange out of his pocket. Oh, yeah. And you need to be like the best orange ever. As long as you're not a lame banana. So you need to win the game of life, but while being an orange. And remember not to be a banana, Cal. Also, I think it's very important to be super high on vitamin C if you want to rock out at being an orange. That way you can be the best orange ever. Yes! You can also bring destruction to all other puny fruits. I'm honestly having a hard time following your line of thoughts, my friends. That's because you don't have to follow us. You need to follow the orange. You are supposed to be orange. Fuck. This is clearly going nowhere. And these two are not the best at the metaphors. It's apparently up to you to lead them into building a valid life lesson. But how? We're talking a lot about what this orange is supposed to do or to be. But have we asked the orange how it feels? Or eat the orange? One seems to be smart. Let's go with one.
Awesome, bro.
That was charm. Damn it. What a great idea. Are you sure it's great? It sounds kinda dumb. Only one way to know. Let me build a sensor capable of reading the very low brain waves an orange produces. This way we can know what the orange is thinking and feeling. Let me see. Oh. Why that face, Cal? It seems the orange is very racist towards any being who has limbs. Actually, since this is very widespread among oranges, they seem to have a lot of unhealthy hatred for any life form who has any kind of limb. They think we're mentally inferior and more prone to delinquency and overall laziness. It seems there are shared beliefs that strict immigration policies should be created to deport most of us to our home country. You know what, this messing this up was like worthwhile. Like, this has aged really well. It's like so on point for current American politics. And look, it's also thoughts made by an orange. But isn't this our country? According to most oranges, no. They also believe being with limbs are strictly from Belgium, and they don't want us taking their jobs here in their country.
Loser.
Enough! Damien eats orange. This was a very stupid idea, chat. Indeed, nothing has been accomplished by following your plan, and the overall level of wholesomeness has decreased by 12%. Best protocol to follow is to send you to the thinking corner for you to reflect on your very bad ideas. You spend the next 4 hours in the thinking corner. It's so not fun that you actually lose free fun.
Let's go.
That weekend, you'll find Scott gazing lovingly at a pickle, a sad look in his eyes. Oh, hey bro, maybe you can help me make a really tough choice. See, I really like Vox, but I'm not sure I can commit yet, because I also really like this pickle. Look at it, it's so green and warty, and exactly the right size for a pickle. Vox is such a good person, but this pickle is such a good pickle. I can't choose. Won't you help me? So, chat, are you gonna help us date Scott? Gotta be honest, I would have preferred Zoe, but it feels like every time I try, someone pops out and steers us towards Scott. That's literally just a pickle. You can make out with it's while having a pickle, it's fine. You're telling me I can have this pickle and go out with Vox? But coach always says you can't have your pickle and eat it too. Wait, are you saying that if I go out with Vox, I don't have to eat the pickle? Well, yes, that's a true thing. You have no idea why he thought he would have to eat the pickle. Unbelievable. All the time I thought I was really in a pickle. But it turns out the pickle was inside me all along. Well, I mean, outside of me, but it doesn't need to be inside of me. And I don't need to be inside of it. It's so simple. It really is simple. Way simpler than Scott's making it. But you know better than to get between a werewolf and his pickle. You gain +3 charm. Everybody chooses an activity. Say your choice out loud to the rest of the players before clicking. Okay. Interesting. I was thinking fursuiting, but I'm not sure that is an activity. But sure, fursuiting and running, let's go. Player order is decided based on how controversial it would be if someone confessed that 9 years ago the US president forced them to do the activity in exchange of lots of money as part of a weird fetish. Game? You can't do this to me! Like, I know I'm winning again. But also, like, do you know who the president is at the moment? You can't put these images in my brain. Fuck you, game.
All right.
Okay. I need more fun. That day during research, you start a half-hour raid that goes full creep. Why do I need more fun? Oh, right. At 1.1, the small magical Latino cat slips on a banana peel. You start to laugh at him. He asks you to stop, but you don't. You laugh so hard at him that you somehow steal 2 fun from him. Hooray! You turn away from the raid to find Scott nervously sniffing the ground and looking around suspiciously. You ask him what's up and prepare for a stupid answer. He does not disappoint. Isn't it obvious, bro? I mean, you know why all these people are out here, right? Oh no. To steal my stash of awesome bones. They look like they're just out here having a good time. But that's all a ruse. It's bones they want. My bones! Quick bro, if you're really my bro, you'll help me move my bones before these other bros find out. Where should I move them to? Tell me! A preschool. Nobody ever looks for bones at a preschool. Forget these bones. You already have a near infinite supply of bones hidden inside of people. Nobody ever looks for bones at a preschool. I have no idea what either of these are. Damn it. This run is so fucking doomed. Are you telling me people have had bones hidden inside them this whole time? And I didn't know about it? But that means people are better at hiding their bones than I am. I'm supposed to be the best at bones. Me? No, what am I? Just another handsome guy who's good at sports and only so-so at bones. You know what? You can have these bones. If I can't be the best at bones, I don't want to do it at all. You don't really want all these bones, but you feel like telling Scott that would make things even worse. You lose 2 charms and 1 smart. Man, this run. It is cursed today. I can feel that Nix is a little disappointed about that. Where are we going today, chat? Money. We're getting them monies. Money. That day you spent some time on the library's PCs playing some good old online poker. Gambling seems like a stupid and dangerous decision. But who cares, this time it paid off, so fuck it! You gained 2 money. You see Calculus happily tending to his favorite little aloe vera plant when suddenly... Calculester, thank the fates we found you. A terrible curse has befallen us, and we're requiring your aid. I was built to help, literally. I have attempted to diversify in terms of my purpose, but my prime directive remains. Well, as you may know from religiously following our TV tropes page, we are currently engaged in a vicious struggle against the sun itself. The sun is a mighty foe, capable of inflicting tremendous casualties, and we have fallen victim to its wiles. Behold. The coven uncovered their shoulders to reveal some particularly vicious sunburns. And so we come to you, renowned herbalist, for a balm in our time of need. Let us cut the leaves from your little plant so that we might avail ourselves of its healing properties. Allow me to clarify your intentions. You request that I destroy my favorite aloe vera plant in order to treat your sunburns. We ask that you make a noble sacrifice to free us from terrible curse, yes. Internal conflict detected. I do not want to do this thing, but I am too kind to say so. Friend chat, what do I do? So, what will it be, chat? Number 1. By the goddess, is it possible? Were we the villains all along? Respond in the affirmative, will you cease to demand the destruction of my treasured plant friend? Yes. Then yes. Oh, how we lament our debased animal ways. How can we make it up to you, good and pure aloe vera? Shall we weave you a spell, slay one of your enemies? I do not see how that is necessary. We must perform a quest to absolve ourselves of guilt. There must be some task we can perform on behalf of your plant friend. I suppose you could bring me one ice cube. I water my aloe vera by placing an ice cube in the pot, so that the water enters the soil more slowly. An ice cube, a fitting price for this most noble plant. Our only hope is that the precious ice can survive the heated machinations of the evil sun. Yes, well, good luck. The Coven rush off to find ice, happy to be on a mission. Calculus slipped back to his plant, happy not to be part of their mission anymore. For brokering this truce, you gain 2 charm and 1 fun. Let's trade places. Everybody chooses a TV show. Say your choice out loud to the rest of the players before clicking. TV show. How about the Owl House? Huh. I guess I'll pick... The Good Place then. I picked The Good Place, chat has chosen the Owl House. Player orders decide based on how sick it would be if the opening theme for the TV show was an intense Gregorian chant. Chat wins this one. I have never seen the Good Place myself. I want to. But yeah, so I don't know what the OP is like. But I know that the Owl House is already like an instrumental thing that goes into like the fantasy thing, so I think the Owl House wins, yeah. Someday I may watch the opening to The Good Place and be proven wrong, but as of right now, the Owl House wins. Where do we want to sit? Oh, yeah, I see that. It happens. Yeah, cruel programming. But it is supposed to be like a competitive dating simulator. It's fun playing it with friends, and I see people do like competitively snipe at each other, which is fair. Chaos Gremlins be like that. But I also just some people who want to try and have everyone get a date together, and that's sweet. And yeah, but yeah. He'll take the middle table. Okay. Shouldn't be out there trying to romance a classmate or something. Anyway, welcome. You want this, you sick pervert? I had no idea you appreciated a good old reverse Romanian Wilkinson. I must admit it's kinda hot you're into that kinky shit. A Russian novel with an insightful approach to universal matters such as love and death. Are you sure about this? You can always use online encyclopedia trademark to get the general idea and still be able to act as if you read it. A motivational poster. Crafting your art requires years of hard work, but education from great mentors and tons of raw talent. But damn, that sounds exhausting. So let's settle for the motivational poster for now, okay? A corpse. Yeah, I'm selling a corpse. It's like some kind of fashion accessory. It is not as if I'm trying to dispose of it. A paper map. So useless yet so vintage. Online maps might be cool, but can you get a real paper cut with online maps? I rest my case. A blanket with 2 holes. Literally just a white blanket with 2 high holes in it. You'd have to be an idiot to mistake this for a ghost costume, but most of our classmates are idiots. A sexy fake Latin accent. Why? The hottest thing is being yourself, honey, but a Latin accent is a close second, to be honest. A bag of regular cocaine. Good old cocaine. In these times of weird experimental substances with horrible side effects, cocaine has become the new vanilla of drugs. Some impractical yet kind of funny glasses. Remember when these used to be cool? Now they aren't, but they are so ridiculous that they're still fun in their own twisted way. Hype station. A praggant. High school social life is so hard nowadays that hiring a PR agent is totally a thing. A fake badass tattoo. It has flames and a skull and even a knife. With this you can murder your enemies, go to prison, make everyone your bitch, and then murder them too and go to some kind of super prison. Street cred plus 9,000. A diamond used by the former prom queen. You know, for good old blood rituals, or in case you're just a creep with unhealthy obsessions, don't even dare to ask how I got it. The gift that keeps on giving. See, I'm wise enough to know when a gift needs giving. Yeah. So, what do you want? There are 3 separate event items. Yeah, the gift is super sus. Okay, nap time. Enough better than the smell of money. Well, actually, there are many better smells, but you know what I mean, right?
All right.
When you arrive, Scott and calculates the table. Scott isn't there. He comes back when you sit down, clearly delighted. Oh man, everybody's butt smells great today. It's like a bouquet of butts, a butt cake. And look at this, Vox is here too. Hey Vox, I bet you also have a butt from me to sniff. Scott, I wish you terminate your current course of action. What? Just taking previous utterance into Scott's readable format. One moment, please. Scott, smelling butts equal bad. But how can smelling butts be bad when smelling butts is good? It is not good, it is bad. See also uncouth, invasive, or totally nasty. But. Either Scott is malfunctioning or he's just been distracted by some fun new butts. Either way, you need to find a way to resolve this dispute. You don't understand calculation. You use complex analytical software to understand your surroundings. Scott's complex analytical software is smelling butts. Calculus is right, Scott. You got to be polite and respect people's privacy. Why not present them with an official form requesting a butt smelling? Probability of veracity, unlike the live demonstration required. What? Just take one moment, please. Go smell a butt, Scott. That's a good boy. You don't have to tell me twice. Yes, I did. Please report back with the butt-related findings. Don't have to tell me 3 times. Here you go. Scott sticks his nose in Matt. This Shugget's unspeakable crap, and then hightails it back to your table. Now, Scott, please share what you have learned. Well, Matt spent first period in haunted math and skipped second period to devour souls underneath the bleachers. He's 10,000 years old, he's a Capricorn, and his favorite TV show is The Great British Bake Off. Also, his farts smell like barbecue sauce and ghosts. My senses confirm your report. I suppose there is more than one way to smell a butt, as they say. There is? That alone is enough to make Scott as happy as you ever seen him. Nice work. Everybody chooses a video game. Say your choice out loud to the rest of the players before clicking. Video game. Well, I'm picking Digimon Time Stranger. It's coming out soon. We're gonna be streaming it on this channel. Oh, well, I guess we'll be streaming it on our Twitch. We're moving to Twitch soon. Monster Prom. Good choice. I was decided based on how educative it would be to make the video game mandatory in all sex ed classes. Chat wins again. I was thinking, like, the second it said education, I was like, okay, Monster Prom loses automatically, but the context of sex ed means that it's more relevant than Digimon will ever be. So, although I guess Digimon will be relevant if the class is full of furries, but that's neither here nor there.
Let's go.
Where you wanna go, Chad? You want fun. Of course you want fun. How fun? I also need fun. But yeah. That day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You're talking to Juan, the small magic Latino cat, when he tells you that you won't ever be as fun as Bob, the scary clown. You accept the challenge, you go straight to Bob, stab him several times, open his bleeding chest and eat some of his guts in order to consume his fun. Really, do you think that's how this works? Well, it is. You gain 2 fun from poor Bob. A little later, you're standing around trying to figure out what to do with this map you bought when Dahlia appears to assault you with her personality. Starting a map, I see. This can only mean one thing. Clearly, you are the master tactician. You point out that there are actually several things that could mean. For example, maybe you're lost or looking for treasure, trying to figure out what the hell to do with a paper map. Your tactical genius is matched only by your sense of humor. It's the 21st century. Cell phones can do all the things you described. No, in this modern era, the only reason to study a paper map is to check the efficacy of one's battle tactics, a thing which you were clearly doing. Honestly, it's probably easier to just roll with it. You admit that yes, you are in fact gifted military tactician. Fantastic, just as suspected, and good thing too, as I am in need of the services of such as yourself for my imminent takeover of the 8th Circle of Hell. Our first task, improving my army. It has to be in the tip-top shape if we're to have any hope of crushing the LeVay family. You're probably even less qualified to do this than you are to be a student at this school, but hey, it feels good to be needed. You agree to help. Luckily, you don't have to figure this out all on your own. Scott and Liam happen to be passing by, so you flag them down. They can't possibly be any worse at this than you, right? Do you guys need help with a thing? I love helping, and I'm eager to supply my opinions on whatever it takes. Whatever it is you're doing. Scott, yes, my man. Let us fist pump so hard we feel in our tie skeletons. And Liam, let us gaze longingly into each other's eyes until we feel it in our... What? Yes, what indeed? What was I talking about? Ah yes, my army, improving it. Let us conjure a storm within our collective brains. You're no tactician, but you're not above taking a little inspiration from the classmates in front of you. You suggest... Every team needs motivation, and an army is just another kind of team. Nothing says motivation like fun, silly mascot. Read Swedish poetry to them. Did someone say mascot? Yes, I believe it was Chad. I've been waiting my whole life to hear that word. You seriously never heard the word mascot before? Wow, there it is again, mascot, mascot. Scott, I speak as well, wasn't this Tower of Muscle, but I have to ask, is this going anywhere? Of course it is. I've got the perfect mascot for your army. Chad in a duck costume. Before you can protest, Scott has enclosed you in a giant duck costume, which is by the smell seems to have been made from the carcass of an actual giant duck. Yeah, Chu must have been smart then. Go Chad, sing and dance, motivate Dahlia's army. No, we're not very good at this game. Can't see anything from inside the dead dog. You try to dance, but end up crashing into a bunch of children visiting from spooky elementary school. Costume explodes, showering them in putrid duck flesh. Not feeling very motivated, Scott. Really, I am. This will be the top of my next poem. Duck flesh and grade schoolers in the afternoon, and also capitalism is bad. Sorry friends, but I'm searching for something a little more motivational and a little less smelly and sad. 1 minute you're a master decision, the next moment you're a stinky idiot covered in rotting duck. Life comes to you fast, you lose to charm and want fun.
All right.
Well, I think I need charm to stand a chance, but also at the same time I might as well admit that we're friends and might as well go for something different. Let's see here. I'm gonna buy this. I guess so. That makes sense. Me. Okay. You're engaged in your usual weekend routine of watching fish have sex at the aquarium when you run into Calculester. Hello, friend Rocks. I was just attempting to gain insight into the courtship rituals of organic life forms. What about you? Same, you say awkwardly. You don't want anyone knowing that you spend all your weekends watching fish fuck. Well, designated this chance meeting for tourists. You see, I'm currently running a romantic subroutine with your friend Chad. Things appear to be going well, but I'm experiencing what I believe may be doubts. I do not wish to waste processing cycles on an unproductive union. Therefore, I must ask, is Chad open to copulating with a mechanical life form? Oh, so you want to know if Chad is down to fuck a robot? Well, let me tell you. Let's see. One time I went to Chad's house unannounced and found them with a vacuum cleaner with Google eyes on the wig. Now let's just say the answer to your question is yes. I know Chad's cool haircut. They got it from a leprechaun in exchange for promising never to fuck any robots ever again. I believe I know a vacuum cleaner. Curly blonde with googly eyes, 1 inch in diameter. Yes, that is Wiki Young. She informed me recently that a certain organic life form had rocked her world, but would not divulge the name of said paramour. I believe she was worried I would steal her conquest, but now I know it was Chad. Suck it, Vicky. Pun is totally lost in Calculester. He's too busy being horny. He rushes off to find Chad and you gain free fun for your good deed. Everybody chooses a place. Say your choice out loud. Place before clicking. A place. Atlantis. Player orders decide based on how fucked up last night should have been if today you inexplicably woken up in this place. That's a fucking toss-up.
Let's go.
Exactly. A toss-up. Okay. Where you wanna go? Chat can pick whatever, but it seems like it's just you this today, Maddie, which is okay. Which is fair. Okay. That's the bathroom. That day you skip class and just hang out in the bathrooms because you expect no authority. I guess some people just want to watch the world burn. By skipping class and hanging out in the bathrooms, you give 10 plus 0 shits and you gain 2 boldness. The whole time you've been in here, Calculus has been standing motionless in front of the mirror, gazing at himself. It's starting to creep you out. So ask him what's up. I believe you had to be successful in every interaction for the event to function. Well, hello friend, pay no attention to me, I'm merely contemplating my lackluster appearance. What do I mean by lackluster? Well, Webster's dictionary defines lackluster as lacking in sheen, brilliance, and vitality, dull mediocrity. But in this context, I specifically mean that I lack the myriad customization options available to my more handsome classmates. I have no hair follicles and thus no hair to style. My skin is made of metal and plastic, not ideal for the application of makeup. How will I ever become hot and sexy if I cannot type myself up? Don't be like that. There's still a chance. But also, we're also doing this for fun. It doesn't matter if we win or lose. It's like, we're just celebrating Pride today. Huzzah! Calculus' moral assessment of his hotness tugs at your heartstrings, so you can brainstorm a way to jazz up his robotic looks. Will's sexiness is 90% posture. Strike a pose like this one. True beauty is on the inside, which is why you need to install a really sick graphics card. Very true. So, 1 or 2, chat? Neither can I. First one might be charm. The second one might be smarts or creativity. I don't know. Yeah, the top one might be charm. Okay. Not so charming. The strike a sexiest pose. The turgid ferret. For you haven't practiced it in a while and you immediately spring your everything. Why are you screaming pain? A sexiest 90% screaming in pain. Conducting independent analysis, calculating hotness. Please wait. Analysis complete. Total aggregate hotness estimated at 2 degrees Celsius and falling. Sexual hyperthermia imminent. My internal simulations indicate that the best way to recover some of your depleted sexiness would be to grow very big eyebrows. Change your name to Jordan, Dirty Pockets, Matthews, and move to a desert island in the Caribbean where you will be very attracted to seagulls.
Erasing memory of this mess.
I'm so glad I could help you recover from this unfortunate condition. I will now continue to mope everywhere. Goodbye. Too bad he didn't help you recover from how sprained your everything is. You lose 2 boldness and 1 fun.
All right.
attempt to increase my fun again. During recess, you start a half-hour raid that goes full crazy. Everything is fine until one small magical Latino cat asks what you think you're doing. Damn, you didn't remember you suck at dancing, but you decide to go all in and pretend it's a new dance move, apparently called the Groovy Musaka. Looks at you and he asks you to teach him the Groovy Musaka. In no time, half the party's following your steps, enjoying the Groovy Musaka altogether. As parties remember, you gain 2 fun and a cool story to tell your grandkids someday. You find Scott sadly holding an open bottle of power sludge. Food like elixir that gets you ripped. Bro, this protein shake is a bottle is gross. I don't even know what most of these ingredients are. Flappergram, Abercrombie, kale. Plus it tastes like butt. Not a stranger's butt, which is exciting to smell, but a gross nasty butt from the butt swamp. I can't just toss it though, I already opened it, and coach is always saying I gotta finish what I start. Bro, help me find something to mix into this power drink that'll make me buff and taste good. Make the drink taste good, I mean, I don't need to taste good. I think I taste fine. Try this vial of Genie Sweat. I stole it from a genie. Good thing I brought this grape flavored steroids. Ah, damn it. Bro, I don't know how to say this, but that genie you stole the sweat from, he's still right behind you. You turn around to find this very pissed off genie staring you down. It turns out genies are really attached to the sweat. The genie promises to grant you any wish you want, as long as your wish is getting your ass kicked by a genie. It's 2 fun and 1 boldness. Everybody choose a food. Say your choice out loud to the rest of the players before clicking. Chocolate mousse. Nowadays they make flavored water because we guess people don't know how to spend their money anymore. Player order is decided based on how expensive you think the water flavored like the chosen food would be. The pizza flavor is gonna be the common folk flavor, I'd assume, where the chocolate mousse is like refined, like. The chocolate mousse flavor is not better than the pizza flavor, mind you, it's just more expensive because pretentious people will pretend that it's more refined than pizza. Chocolate mousse flavor is probably also cheaper to produce. Still selling it at a lower price. I like your logic. Pizza wins.
Let's go.
Where you wanna sit? Yeah, pumpkin latte. I get it. You're just trying to enjoy a meal in peace when space untwists itself to reveal the interdimensional prince. Most glorious hero Fang, this good star, I found you. I have been confounded by the most fiendish riddle. A riddle that has vexed me for days, nay weeks. The riddle of how to change the ringtone on my new smartphone. This interface is more torturous than my palace labyrinth. Well, you got the prince's phone, changed his ringtone to butts. All about those butts. By the Booty Bros. My hero, what seems difficult to me is trivial to you, and you even guessed which ringtone I desired, a true all-time classic from the 6th dimension. There is only one way I can repay you, by bestowing upon you a superpower of your choice. I can do that, I'm the prince of another dimension. I can do all kinds of crazy things you don't know about. All kinds of crazy things besides use his phone, apparently, and he really only gives you 2 superpower options. Telepathy. Yeah. Sorry, I think I spaced out. The prince whacks you on the head with his telepathy rod, granting you access to the minds of others. Right in the middle of a high school cafeteria at lunchtime, you're overwhelmed with images of goblin spots, problem, a genie's foot fetish, two swamp creatures imagining each other naked. It's too much. You plead with the prince to downgrade your ability to telepathy, but only when you're drunk. Hey, well, your wish is my command. Perfect. Now you have an excuse to get drunk before every quiz. And now wish is regular alcoholism. You gain +4 smarts despite the loss of brain cells.
All right.
You find Liam taking pictures of his food and Scott taking picture of also Liam's food. Yes, Scott, snap away. My artistic pleading is too magnificent to ignore.
What?
I said, what? I'm playing Pokemon Go, the mobile version of the hit Pocket Humans video game. What do you mean, Pocket Mans? Have to do with my food pick. There's a little 43 Bernard Henson hanging out in the middle of your plate. Here, take a look. Scott, why does your phone have show a time human doing pottery on top of my eggplant ravioli? You mean you don't know Bernard Henson? He used to be a chartered accountant, but now he's decided to pursue his dream of being a world-famous potter. The major life change he's made him super rare. Pocket humans almost never follow their dreams. Well, I don't care how rare he is. His presence is spoiling my pristine food pick. Spoiling it, but pocket humans are way cooler than boring old food picks. You take that back. Oh, tempers are running a little high. Looks like it's up to you to settle this dispute. Scott's right, Liam. Why take normal click cliche food pick when you could take a food pick of Scott capturing a Pokemon off your food pick? Scott, look over there. There's a steward hog off on top of the pile of mashed potatoes. Good lord, you're right. The layers of irony are practically infinite. Go ahead, Scott. Capture your Pokemon. Okay, here I go. Wait, what are you doing? Stop molesting my pasta. I'm not trying to grab your pasta, bro. I'm trying to grab Bernard Henson, but he's too slippery. The imbecile Bernard Henson isn't actually on top of my ravioli. He's an image projected by your phone. Sure, he seems so real. Let me try to grab him a few more times. My artfully arranged pasta pockets are in disarray. You fiend! Liam chases you and Scott away so he can rebuild his artful pasta arrangement. You bond with Scott by teaching him how to activate Pokemon's Go. Let's trade places. Everybody choose a part of their body. Say your choice out loud to the rest of the players before clicking. My left arm. Yeah, my left arm. Yeah, we know you probably wouldn't eat another human being, but provided you're forced to do so, player orders decided based on which part of person's body you would be most likely to eat. The left arm. Like, if forced, it would be easier to swallow the eye. But if it's... let me see here. But I feel like the arm would come up more likely. Because if you start having to eat each other, it must be a really desperate situation, and there's just more sustenance in an arm than there is in an eye. Exactly.
All right.
I'm gonna try fun again. Maybe actually get somewhere today. Today doing it, you start a half-hour raid that goes full crazy. You spot Juan, the magical Latino cat who seems a bit sad. It explains to you that he's worried people are so used to calling him Juan, the small magical Latino cat, that now everyone defines him only by his size, magicality, ethnicity, and species. He's more than that. You're correct, you don't see him in such simplistic terms and convenient definitions. It's just that there are around 23 other different ones in the school, so adding all that to his name is quite necessary. You tell him you'll never forget about him and the crazy adventures you both lived together in Monster Prom's prequel, Monster Middle School. You have a great time remembering those crazy stories. You gain +2 fun. Gotta be honest, I actually want to see that game. You're minding your own business when Scott jogs up and gives you a friendly punch in the shoulder. It almost destroys you. Hey bro, I was just looking for you. The biggest games today and I need friendly face to pep me up. I know, we got cheerleaders for that or whatever. But between you and me bro, I don't think our cheerleaders are hype enough. They're supposed to be giving 110%, but they're only giving 107 or 108 tops. That's why I need to give 115% at the game tonight so I can give 120 or even 135. Thanks bro, I knew I could count on. See you tonight. Scott bumps your fist and sprints off without even waiting for you to agree to his cheerleading scheme. You guess this is what it's like to be Scott's bro, so what are you gonna do to get him amped at the game? Pick the other cheerleaders up and juggle them. Dress up like the full moon and perch at the top of the bleachers. Maybe he'll transform. So bold. Okay. That night you show up to the big game ready to bring the motherfucking rockets. Critical moment Scott got the ball, you sneak up to the cheerlead. Thing squad and hoist them skyward using a combination of telekinesis and buffness. The terrified screams reach a pitch only dogs can hear, which is actually super motivational for Scott. He scores. After the game, Scott catches up to you by the bleachers. Bro, that was sick. You threw those cheerleaders so high, they never throw each other that high. And after that, they were so scared of you throwing them again that they gave like 160%. It's literally like 1,000 times more percentage. You killed it, bro. Bring it in. Scott gives you a traditional post-game slap on the ass. You'll have a red handprint on there for days. Nice. You gain 2 fun and 1 boldness.
Let's go.
Okay, where do you want to go, chat? Let's get the smarts up. That day you are the first one in class. You sometimes come early because you enjoy talking to the teacher. He's a bit bitter, but in the cool way. He treats you like an adult and to you discuss life and stuff in a way very snappy. Look at you excelling at cliched movie tropes. Gain 2 smarts and 1 valuable life insight that will help you face the difficulties of being young. A few minutes later, Calcutta approaches you. You can tell he's nervous because all his fans are running at maximum speed. Hello, friend chat. My calculations indicate that I possess greater than average amorous feelings in relation to you. I'm considering upgrading our relationship to more than friends. However, quantitative analysis of the relevant data pulls indicates a disturbing trend. If a potential love interest cannot get along with their partner's parents, relationship success probability drops to 0.006%. I have what you organics would call a good relationship with the library computers that function as my parental units. I would like you to meet them and receive their blessings. Since you are such a kind, upstanding individual, this should not be an issue. Oh fuck, neither of those adjectives accurately describing. More accurate would be horny and horny. Well, looks like you got to concoct a brilliant plan to woo Calculus's parents. Offer to defragment their hard drives for them, isn't that like a head massage for computers? Or learn binary so you can converse with them in their native tongue. So, I guess maybe I should have prepared some topics for like wait times. Like, I know we're getting close to the end of today's stream, but guessing 2 smarts has been all just so that one. Okay. It was charm. Apparently. You pick up code binary for and get to studying. You don't have to have very much time to practice those, so you are nowhere near fluent when you meet Cal's parents. Greetings, you say to them. What's tracking you so long, says Calcula's dad. What, you don't like numbers or something? Frankly, I'm offended you would assume we use binaries, says Calcula's mom. Our native language is Italian. So I'm not sure you are aware of what you were spelling. But you were essentially screaming penis at my family. This happens every time you try to meet someone's parents. Every time, you lose 2 smarts and 1 charm. To Monster Prom. I'm gonna tempt Scott.
Hey, bro.
What is the plan, chat? Who does chat want to date? We'll pick Cal. Okay. Let's see what happens. First chat. Finally pluck up your courage and ask your beloved to do the Monster Prom. Oh, I see. Searching valid excuse. You see, chat, my family acquaintance has nondescript mild to serious disease, and so I cannot attend this social event that I don't want to attend with you. I'm deeply sorry. Has the excuse been convincing? Yes, no. Clearly this was too much for you. You abandoned high school and spent the rest of your life designing a robot for sex purposes. Unfortunately, as soon as your robot lover got through AI, it rejected you.
All right.
Finally pick up your courage and ask your beloved to go to Monster Prom with you. Prom? I don't know a lot about math, bro, but you plus me seems to equal grade 9. Let me check our math book to be sure. That isn't the correct formula, but Scott is still thrilled by your upcoming prom date. Prom night was rad. Well, there was that part when the full moon came out and Scott transformed into a rabbit wolf and nearly killed 3 people. But aside from that, it was a wonderful night to remember. Thank you. I got to date Scott. I'm honestly not a big fan of the dateable cast in the first month. Those 3 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd weeks of our... Oh wait, I have all the time in the world because I can... I'm not a big fan of any of the dateable options in Monster Prom 1. Unfortunately, I know blue and red are excited about Zoe, I guess, but I'm like... I think Scott is the best one. I kind of like him both. I'm just not sure about Scott specifically. But yeah. After the Monster Prom, we kept on living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning about who we were and who we would be. And you know what? Like it always does, life happened and it was wonderful. Character went to be Robo University and majored in mecha robotics. He's now 250 feet tall and fights against weird giant creatures protecting Tokyo free. Scott became an athlete not so long ago. He won the Prestige Natural Award for being the best at doing sport. Polly graduated from doing lots of iOS cars, and now she appears to hallucinate people and acts as their spirit animal. For those 3 weeks, the Monster Prom seemed larger than life, and then it was gone, just like that. The battle for Monster Prom night had ended then, but there were plenty of battles left in that war called youth. Again, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. So yeah, Monster Prom 1. What a way to celebrate Pride. Generally, I enjoyed there are lots of queer options to do in like Monster Prom, like what gender protag is does not inhibit who they can date, and there's a variety of characters using different pronouns and stuff like that. So ultimately I think like it's generally what's it called? It's generally a really good franchise if you like silly comedy, visual novels, and like want something with some queer representation. I know it's like tends to be our fallback for like Pride celebrations. But only one came out, and there are 4 weeks in Pride, and there are 4 games, so it felt like a fun idea. Next week we'll be doing Monster Camp. I can't promise it'll be me next time, but that's like that's just how things work, right? But then again, I'm sure you'll rather have Vox Sereni be here, so I get that. She usually does the streams. Wasn't available today, sorry. Yeah. Man, this music rocks, and I really enjoy all the images in general. You think I did a good job today? Maybe it's just my insecurities. I'm just worried that my performance wasn't up to par with the usual quality of our channel. I hope it was. At the very least, I did my very best. So, yeah. So yeah, well, I guess I need to thank you all so much for watching. It's been a good time. I got to date Scott. That is nice. I've enjoyed it. Like, there weren't as many people in chat as usual, but that is to be expected with the long hiatus. So hopefully now that we've done a stream that will pick up for next time and stuff. Remember that we're gonna move to Twitch soon. The link to our Twitch account is down in the description. Go subscribe there or follow us there, whatever it's called. Like we'll continue being on YouTube for the Pride Month streams, but expect us to be on Twitch by the time Digimon Time Stranger comes out. So yeah, again, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and on that I will be spawning out. Bye!